What's up, guys? If you're clicking on this video, you're here to see all the shelters in Road to Vostok. I'm not going to show you the original shelter because I have nothing in it, and you start off here. So we're going to skip all the way over here to the attic, and I will be showing you guys that place first. Alright guys, this is the attic shelter in Road to Vostok. The only way to get the attic is from completing a quest from this trader over here. This is the general list, and if you go down to the very bottom of the task menu, you have to turn in a bucket of, I think it's called Killju, and you get the attic key. It shows you the recipe of how to make it. You need a water lock, 3 waters, sugar, yeast, in a normal bucket, and then you can start the input. You drag all the items over and you press craft, and then you turn it in. And it's as simple as that. Alrighty, and let's get straight to it. Here's the first shelter. Now, it took me a long time to get a lot of this stuff. I have over 100 hours now in Road to Vostok. Peep the kitty. And yeah, I have played a lot and I have farmed a lot, mostly in the permadeath zones. So a lot of this gear you see is from the permadeath zone. Starting over to the left here, I have all my armor rigs set up, as well as my armor plates from level 2 all the way up to level 4. And over here we have our level 2 and level 1 helmets. Level 2 helmets you can buy from the gunsmith. If you guys know anything about the modding scene, you can add some extra stuff to your game. Other lootable items, one of them being these cool little books you can find all over the map. And this computer is a part of that, so kind of cool. Nothing that breaks the game, but some cool stuff. Over here, just a little medkit collection that I've gathered up. And then we have the row backpacks. We have our green, black, little camouflage ones, patrol bags, and your tan ones. Over here, not too many of them, but I do have a few sets of night vision now from running over to the apartments. You can loot these from the big green crates. I actually have one, if I can find it. These guys. And they usually spawn a lot of them. And then we have a little water collection, as well as our coffee station here. There's some spoiled milk, but nobody knows that just by looking at it, so I added it there. That's one of the modded items. And we have some brewed coffee, which the textures are kind of wonky, but still kind of looks delicious. And my favorite part, the 3 flame beanies. To get the flame beanie, you have to kill the boss. His name is the Punisher. And then I also have just a couple of the keys here. The gym key, tunnel key, and the cellar key. As well as the sauna hat. And then over here we have our collection of cassette player tapes. Kind of cool. I think there's only 4 in the game. That's all I have found. And then over here, a big mountain of weapon repair kits. And then coming over here, once again, we have Kitty. Over here, we have some food, just random juices and waters, and then all of our food. Then we have a little station here, if you know what I mean, to get the job done. Couch and a kitty. Over here, just a bunch of random guns that I've gotten. Couple 90%, couple 100%. I usually check out any that are below that. Here's some juicier builds here. Some attachments. Behind here, some more water. Bunch of random stuff kind of just laying all over the place. Then coming over here, this is my favorite part of the base. I have collected every single gun in Road to Vostok that I know of. I think this is all of them. I don't know the exact number of guns in this game, but I have not found any other gun other than this, and I've had these now all set up on these weapon cases for a few days now. Starting over here, you have your Makarov, which is called a Karov, which is funny. I don't think he can use the actual name. We have the C1 911 here, the G7, which is a really fun gun, and then my favorite pistol, which is the P3. Kind of sick, not gonna lie. All right, and those are all 4 pistols in the game. Coming over here, we have all 3 knives. We have the Jaeger 140, the Scrama 240, and the 200. And then just down below that, we have all of the grenades, flashbangs, and such. And then we have all of our SMGs. We have the short-barreled MP5. Just below it here, we have a little, I don't know what this one's called. I think this is just a regular one, and then this one is the SD version. Below it, my favorite gun in the game, we have our MP7. In this game, it's called the PM7. And then we have our AKS. Moving on to the assault rifles, we got the KAM. We have the AK-12. Also, the suppressor is really sick. It's kind of like a big can. That one is super cool. Always love finding that one. Below that, we have an M4. Then we have a KM18. Beside that, we have our HK, RK95, RK62M, RK62, CAR-21, which is a 308, and then just below it we have the CAR-21 223, which I like this one better. I think it has less recoil. Below that we have the VSS, spelled backwards in this game. Then we have the Mosin, the M78, SVD, the boss gun, KP31, and then RM870, which the suppressor on the front of that is super fucking fun to use. Then over here, we just have a bunch of suppressors and some barrels, bunch of ammo, bunch of sights, and attachments. Alrighty, guys, that is my attic. Spent a lot of hours trying to get this all set up like this, pulling a lot of stuff out of boxes that I had to remove. But I think we got it going nicely now, and it looks pretty sick. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we're going to move over to the classroom now. Alrighty guys, this is the classroom shelter. This is probably my favorite shelter, mostly just because it's more of a themed, like, roleplay type of room. I spent a lot of time setting it all up and making it look like how I want it to look like, and I went into like a theme of like a teacher's classroom or like a lounge type of deal. So immediately coming over here to the right, we have some coat racks, some medical containers with different med items, some boots, a little bag with some pillows. This took me forever to set up, not gonna lie. I had to take most of my food from all of my shelters and set it up here. But we have a row of crackers and peanuts and different odd ends, some chocolate bars, our juice station. Something really like aesthetic about this, and it looks super cool to me. It's fun. It's a lot. It shows you kind of what you can do in this game, especially in your bunker. You got a lot of room in that place, and you could just set up some really cool stuff. And if you guys honestly want to show me any of your guys' builds, I would love to see them. Over here we have a couple cabinets. One of the really cool mods in this game allows you to place lamps and different lighting, so got this place all lit up. Over here we have another little cooking station, coffee stuff. Over here we have all of our games, some board games, some different books, some tissues, got some guitars, and then over here I got a collection of all the keys that I've gathered so far. Got a cellar key, a couple gymnasium keys, and 2 tunnel keys. And below here we have Miss Kitty again. One of the cool mods in this game, also, you're able to have the kitty follow you in each shelter, which is awesome. And then just behind me here, we have our desk with another computer, a little TV station, and some lockers with different odd ends and whatnot. My whole plan for this room was kind of just to make it feel like it was like a genuine, like, lounge hangout area at a school, and kind of like a staff room in a way. Yeah, and it took me a lot of time, but it was really fun to do, and I hope you guys like it. On to the next shelter. Alrighty, we are now at the 10th shelter, which is actually a free shelter at the Outpost. And you are able to just simply walk in and set up camp. It is as easy as that. I haven't spent too much time in the tent because there's already a bunker there, so on this map, so you don't really have to, but I don't spend too much of my time here. But nonetheless, we do have a couple gear setups just in case we need to grab one on the go. We have some bags and some rigs, some random 100% guns that I found. Most of these are 100% as well. Some helmets, a little M4 build, We got some armor plates here, couple pairs of hoodies and pants and whatnot, military crate with some food, some mags, and a TV station. Little cozy area. And on to the last shelter, we have the bunker here. Now, I would say out of all the shelters, I probably spent the most money on this guy here. As you can see, it looks pretty pricey just by looking over there. One of the great mods in this game allows you to carry cash and have a cash banking system. And you can sell anything from any of the traders, and it simply gives you cash back. So you can store the cash wherever you want. And when you're running constantly to the permadeath zones, you're making a lot of income just by collecting odd ends. And you can sell them and save up a lot of money and buy stuff in bulk. Also, as well, another thing, you can actually turn on a mod to allow guns to have attachments on them when you find them in the world. So, a lot of these guns are attachments that are already placed on the gun. I definitely did not find all these attachments. A lot of them I did, like these ones here. But over here, starting off, we just have a couple builds that I found cool. Took off some of the attachments, put on some new ones. This one is super cool. I really like the RK62. It does have a lot of recoil, but it's the only gun that has a grip on it. Just a bunch of random guns. Cool guns, some pistols, a knife collection, a couple barrels, and just a shitload of attachments. Coming over here, we have a couple weapon repair kits, some boxes and whatnot. Little row of helmets, some more armor rigs, and a bunch of armor plates. Not all of these are 100%, but most of them are. A little shooting target, my Santa jackets, which are super rare, but really cool to look at. And then just a bunch of hoodies, some boots, pretty much just a clothing station that's on the go. Another flame beanie there. And yeah, that is about it. I would love to see other people's designs in here. Let me know what you guys think about mine. I thought it wasn't too shabby. Kind of try to match it up on both sides here with the couches. And yeah, that is all my shelters in Road to Vostok. Over 100 hours. A lot of time management, a lot of organizing and sorting out and adding everything to where they're supposed to be for the video. But we got her done after about 10 hours of doing all this. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. If you guys want to see updates on future projects in this game, let me know. And any other tips and tricks videos, I would love to make some. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Have fun with there in Vostok, guys. Later.